Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. New details for you from Milton Police on the investigation into a baby's death. The baby's father and his girlfriend both arrested over the weekend. Here's what we know. Cody Wilson, the father of the 3-month-old baby who died more than a week ago, turned himself in on Saturday along with his girlfriend, Tricia Grigson. Both are now charged with child abuse resulting in death after police and medics responded to their Milton apartment on May 23rd in response to a baby not breathing. According to court records, it was discovered at the hospital the baby boy had head trauma and neck injuries consistent with being choked. He died the next day. Court records also say that his autopsy showed both severe head trauma and choking. That's when Milton Police got warrants for both of them.
I wanted them to come back in, explain their side of the story. Once they, promised that they'd come in, never showed up. And then, with the inconsistencies and the results from the autopsy, it was just evident that we would go on ahead and get the warrants.
And Milton Police say once they put their photos on Facebook, they turn themselves in. They're being held on a $100,000 bond each. Wilson is the father of the baby, but Grigson is not the mother. Police tell us the mother had just started letting Wilson have partial custody a few weeks before it happened.
And the baby has been identified as Evander Meadows. He was in the young infants class at Ridge Kids Academy in Huntington, where his mother worked. Anna Saunders tells us how the staff there is remembering a once happy baby boy. Anna?
Gina, it's a mix of anger and sadness as the Child Care Center mourns the loss of one of their youngest students while finding ways to support a coworker going through unimaginable grief.
LauraBeth Meade, who runs the Collins Avenue Ridge Kids Academy Child Care Center in Huntington, says Evander was a happy baby, starting to learn his movements and surroundings.
He was one of my honorary grandbabies. He's a sweet, sweet boy. He's starting to develop his little personality and starting to smile and all of the things.
And then she was told by her employee, Evander Meadows, that her son, who had just started coming to Ridge Kids and only 3 months old, was in the hospital and things were not progressing as he dealt with a significant brain injury. Meade said about 6 staff members came to the hospital to support her, and on that Friday, Meade had to deliver the news to the whole staff that Evander did not survive.
My staff has really pulled together to support one another in all of the times and still try and support Brianna 100%. We're behind her and still trying to love on her, and his godmother works here as well. And then her other son is too, and he's here as well. So we've just kind of really pulled together. And
Meade has started a GoFundMe for the mom to help with expenses as she takes time off work to grieve and plan his celebration of life.
I was really struggling with even thinking about unenrolling him from our system, and I had to call one of the other administrators at the company, and I was just like, I don't want to say he can't be here anymore. So that's hard.
His footprints will remain on the wall, and his cubby will remain his forever as they plan to memorialize him. But she said it will never be the same, losing a baby whose life just barely began.
Just hoping that justice is served, and it's not going to make it any easier, but it'll at least try and ease some of the burden and some of the pain, and at least he's not gone in vain. I'm glad that we got the time with him that we had, but it sucks. It was just short.
Now, we'll attach a link to the GoFundMe to this web story. Ridge Kids Academy plans to encase his cubby and burn Evander's name into it, filling it with stuffed animals and a lighthouse to memorialize him. Live in the studio, Anna Saunders, Eyewitness News.